action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia controls the tap. Jay, it's a huge question in Philadelphia. What can Markelle Fultz be in his second NBA season?
He could be a former #1 pick in the NBA draft. He can still be a star. I don't think any of his shooting woes had to do with that shoulder injury last season. It was mental. It was the yips. He's been getting reps this entire summer with that form, with that rhythm. And if he keeps shooting the ball the way I've seen him shoot out in California, this kid could be a star next year.
Ben Simmons with the rock. Oh, Ben Simmons missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Nothing going here on that drive. Robert Covington sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Covington to Embiid. Has a chance. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. And count the basket inside.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons.
Do you be playing online sometimes?
His first effort off the mark.
Yeah. I play offline. You say offline or online?
Robert Covington.
You know what? Yeah, I play online sometimes.
That one, Ed.
Oh, Russell Westbrook.
Sometimes,
good.
but a lot of times I do franchise mode.
You can try and body him up, but he'll still run
online.
right
I've
through
done
you.
that before.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time.
Yeah.
First is your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Oh, that's a nice
Jay,
shit.
what's the next step for
There we
Ben
go.
Simmons?
There we go. Take it up.
To win the MVP. But
Come on,
perception
man.
is
Damn
reality.
it.
And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. One will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship, and that has not been the case.
Woo!
Ben Simmons needs to get back to the
Right
lab,
there.
stay in
Do
the
that.
gym,
Come on,
continue
come
to
on,
work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
It's PG for two. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
PG lets it fly. Paul George. First couple didn't go. That one is true. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
OKC ball. George lets it fly. Sixers able to clear the rebound. To Covington. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. It's Westbrook. Sixers with the rebound. Redick. To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
J.J. Redick trying to cash in on the three-point play for his career 89%. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Oklahoma City ball. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. George. Shot won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Let's go Philly. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go Sixers. Yeah, J.J. Redick coming up big for three.
J.J. Redick with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Count that one, and a 4-point trip. The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Paul George, 4-2. Cleared out by Embiid. To Covington. And a putback slam.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Schroeder with the basketball. Down 8. It's George for 2. Wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Robert Covington able to recover with the block. That ends the first quarter. The 76ers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Covington. Beyond the arc for three. Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the three.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Down
Hello.
a dozen.
Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome to the stream.
To
How you
Covington.
doing? Oh. Oh, get
Doesn't
up.
get the bounce.
Oh, I see how you're
He
playing
didn't
this
get
chess
off.
match. That's what you
He
keep
didn't
doing
get off.
defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot.
Oh, no.
Good.
Oh, no. No. Oh, he didn't get it off. Oh, he get it off. Get it
I'm
off.
with
Right
you.
to the basket.
Oh.
Run down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Oh, my God.
Over
Right
the right
there.
side.
Brother.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
There.
Shooters shoot. Period.
Should've made
I don't
that.
want to hear any excuses.
Should've
That's why
made.
you're on the floor. You keep doing
Oh,
what you're doing with that
Check
superior
it out.
confidence.
Off the
Yeah,
assist.
there we go.
Well,
That's
when you
what I'm
play for
talking about.
each
Let's go
other and not just for
Sixers.
yourself, that's when great
Sixers.
things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish.
Uh-oh,
It's
starting to
unselfish
take over
basketball.
OKC.
And there's nothing more
Ah,
beautiful
give
than
it a rebound.
rewarding
Let's
your
go.
When you
teammate
do some
with a nice
trades,
pass
try
and
and
letting
get
them finish
LeBron
for 2
James.
or 3
Oh,
shots.
yeah, we're going to get LeBron
Fires the
James,
three.
too.
Now that's a
Oh,
contest.
yeah, we're about
Just
to get
because you're
jiggy
an
with
elite
it.
shooter doesn't mean
You
need
ain't
to shoot
lying.
the
We're
ball
gonna get
every
LeBron.
possession.
We might even
Maybe
get,
get a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw
Derrick
line,
Rose is looking
see
good
the
right
ball
now. What
going
about
to
Derrick Rose? We might trade for Derrick Rose. He just scored 50 on the Lakers.
Ferguson to
D.
Schroeder.
Rose is looking good, man. For Minnesota, he can't
From
miss.
long range. It's no good. Shots not
Shoot,
going down.
Derrick Rose right now, it seems like the guy to
It's
be
in the
right now,
hands of
man.
Philadelphia.
Derrick Rose.
Covington. They'll get it down to
Oh,
Johnson.
get out, man.
Inside, he
Oh,
scores.
What
Yeah.
a pass.
That's
I
what
have
I'm
no
talking
clue
about.
how
You
that
are
ball
one of
even
the
made
only
it through the
people
traffic.
streaming I want
Now
out.
a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from
You are one of the
OKC
only
as they'll take a
people.
moment to go over things here in the second
And-
quarter.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I mean, well, there's some streaming late night. It just may not be, it may not be the same content. You know what I mean? May not be the same content.
You should start him.
No, I don't got LeBron James. I don't got them on my roster. You know, I've been rocking with the original roster that the Sixers have right now. I play with the real roster, so if the Sixers really don't got LeBron, I don't want him. You know, I want the real lineup and matchup of the real Sixers.
Derrick Rose, I mean.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt. He dropped 50 points on LA. That was a good game the other night. T-Wolves, man, and
Mixing
Lakers,
things
man.
up.
That's
Hockey
going to
line
be a good playoff
substitution.
series.
Both teams making changes.
LeBron James, man, if he get warmed up and LeBron and the Lakers come together and start playing good together, oh man.
Takes it right to the rim.
It's going to be
lot
a
of
good matchup,
contact
man.
there,
The
but
Warriors,
they say
Warriors are
no
still the
foul.
top team,
No
but
doubt about where that one
there's
is
other
headed.
teams, man, that can get the Warriors a run. I believe that. I
Folks,
do. I like
ready for a
LeBron
couple
James.
of
He's
free
exciting to
throws.
watch.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of
LeBron
upward
James is
motion into
exciting.
your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Especially in the playoffs. Especially playoff time. Oh, yeah. The Sixers just knocked off Indiana
And
Pacers.
hits the first free throw.
Got their first road win of the year. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid.
Two for two on that trip.
Yeah, sometimes I stream 3 or 4 in the morning. I try
48
not to
wins
go
a
that
year
late,
ago for the
but
Thunder.
I've
Shane,
done
it
it.
took them a while to get to that point,
I've
but
streamed
so
late
many
in the
ways
morning, man.
the
I've done
Thunder
late
had a
stream.
great opportunity
It
in the
just depends on
playoffs.
how I'm
They
feeling
did.
a
It
lot.
just seemed like something with their chemistry was a
I've
tad
done
bit off
early
with Carmelo
streams, late
Anthony. I
streams.
think
I've done
him
a
not
little bit
being
of it
there, him
all.
not being in Houston, them getting Andre
I
Robertson
watched
back.
the
He's a
highlights on
big-time
Chris Smooth
lockdown
channel.
defender on the perimeter. You surround him with
Okay.
youth and Hamidou Diallo,
Wait a minute, what
Terrence
highlight?
Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a
Okay,
chance to compete for a
yeah.
Western
Chris
Conference
Smooth. I
Finals.
like Chris Smooth.
Here's Schroeder with it.
I
Down
heard
the
him.
bundle.
He's a real good YouTuber. Chris Smooth. Yeah. I like that.
Dario Saric with a
This
piece.
move is the truth,
Just
man.
erasing
Nice
mistakes left and
YouTuber,
right.
nice YouTuber. I watched him
Shot from the
myself.
lane won't go.
But you
Yeah,
can't just be
he's
a
nice,
one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Schroeder. Here's a chance from long range.
Oh, get
That's
out
the
of here.
shot they wanted him to take.
Dennis,
Great shot by the offense.
he
But the
wasn't all
defense,
that with the
you can't
Lakers. He was
afford
a
to
bum with the
collapse off that
Lakers.
penetration.
Yeah.
I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open
Right there.
3.
False.
Oh,
Markelle
Markelle
Fultz.
Fultz.
He's finally on the board.
Yeah,
Missed his
that's what I'm
first
talking
shot.
about. Get off.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
I think Derrick Rose could win 6th Man of Year.
Derrick Rose, man, 50 points, man. They said Derrick Rose. I saw the highlights of D. Rose. He was looking like the Derrick Rose of old, man. I'm going to tell you, he was looking really good out there, boy. D. Rose, man. Better than I ever seen him before. Yeah, you gonna have a lot of Derrick Rose fans. So get ready.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. It's Westbrook. Slams it home on the putback. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Schroeder to Westbrook. Oh, they call goaltending. Count it. To Covington. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup. Schroeder with the basketball. Trailing by 11. Knocked loose. Adams. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Fires the three, off the mark. No good. Joel Embiid. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Chicago Bulls should sign Rose again, and I go for the Bulls as well.
That misses with a second to go. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Sixers out in front.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The 76ers will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Thunder would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Blocks.
The Philadelphia 76ers have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason. Paul George, he chooses the Thunder. He stays in OKC.
And how about what Paul George said? He said, it's a perfect opportunity to submit myself and bring a championship where it has never been brought. And I think him and Russ work well off each other. Playoff P wants to be Playoff P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beastbrook?
To Embiid. The shot turned away by Adams. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Simmons. Not that time.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Add 2 points to the board.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Here comes the screen. Westbrook. From the painted area, won't go down.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
It's Westbrook. Embiid with the board. To Simmons. Trying to cash in. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Westbrook to Adams. Joel Embiid with the block. That's his first of the game.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
George. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Oklahoma City's got it. Joel Embiid pins it. That's his first of the game. Simmons into the front court. His team on top by 13. Oh, Ben Simmons. 4 out of 7.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
He's got it for 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The Thunder will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sixers control it. Markelle Fultz to Covington. Short jumper off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. To Redick. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Screen coming. Joel Embiid swats it. That's his first of the game.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To McConnell. Going to launch beyond the arc. Offensive board. Joel Embiid. 3 for 6 now.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Couldn't keep it in. Out of bounds off T.J. McConnell. The Thunder have the possession. Paul George to Schroeder. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Paul George fires. And it's George with the block shot. That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead. Gets it in the right corner. Fultz. And the rebound comes to OKC. Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Simmons brings the ball up court. Goes to the left side. Faults. Can't get the bounce. Here's Schroeder with it. He'll run the offense. He was hacked. They let it go.
I got him. Take mine.
For 3, textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Jumper's good.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Beyond the arc for 3. That won't go. Westbrook with the basketball. 14-point deficit. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
The pass set it all up.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Schroeder to Westbrook. Schroeder to Westbrook. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Covington. Gets it in the left corner. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there. It's Russ at the controls. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Simmons to Redick. Fires the 3, knocks it down, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul
Let's
if you
go,
didn't give him
Sixers.
space.
That's what I'm talking about, man. J.J. Redick coming up big for 3. Let's go,
Force him to put the
Philly.
ball on the ground and drive
Yes.
and make a shot over the trees below.
Oh, man, that was nice.
J.J. Redick with a chance at a 4-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Three-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. Russ at the controls.
Hands up.
Takes stock of the floor.
Watch Cutter.
It's Westbrook. And he knocks
Hit
it
the
down,
thumbs
Jay.
up.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oh, bad Ben Simmons. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Schroeder with the basketball. Down a bundle. He wants it at the rim and scores.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Deep left corner. Simmons. Another chance. Westbrook with it. His guys down big. Count the basket inside.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Fultz. From long range, Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended.
I got him. Here we go. I got him.
To Westbrook. He's looking for that touch.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Westbrook.
More than 3 passes than shoot.
Charge with the board.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute.
I am your coach now.
Okay, you my coach. All right. No more than 3 passes in a jump shot. No more than 3 passes.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Sounds like a winner to me. How about one?
Embiid.
Oh!
Deep 2 there, won't go. The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Call timeout.
Fultz. To Redick. Here's a chance from long range. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Sixers have the basketball.
Settle it down, run the offense.
Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. Shot from the lane won't go. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got themselves a win here today. And more often than not, they were hitting the 3 when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Thunder couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
track. Defense.
The Oklahoma City Thunder gave up a bunch of blocks, and they gave up a bunch of steals. That would tell anyone that they didn't deserve to win this game. And that's exactly what happened.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Oklahoma City Thunder. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.